Well, good day, everyone. Today is the beginning of May. It is May 4th, and I thought I would give a tour of a small part of my garden and give you some color updates on some of my maples. So, in front of me is my Orangeola, just like how this area has slowly come together with the blue hosta kind of in the corner, and then lamium. This is Sweet Kate, is the yellow grassy texture with the purple flowers. Um, some of my irises are starting to bloom. Those are Dutch irises. The peonies are probably bloom a little bit later, but the main star back here is this Orangeola. This one, I think I showed a video earlier where it took a little bit of frost damage, but the new growth has definitely come out on it. So this one here, I planted as a small 1 gallon, maybe 2018, I think fall 2018. I just like the structure on it, trying to get more of that floating clouds things where there's definitely different layers. So I'm going to train some of these branches, as you can kind of see, heading up to kind of form that next layer over the next couple of years. But yeah, I just like this bright reddish orange color. It does fade to green for me, but it kind of always has like this border along the edge, as you can kind of see there. So Orangeola. This one here in the fall is pretty spectacular too. So and it's of the lace leaf weeping, it weeps down pretty if without me staking it, it definitely it's pretty narrow. So if you're looking for a lace leaf that grows fairly quickly and in a small spot and has beautiful colors, definitely Orangeola would be a good candidate in my book. Kind of see it from this angle. Got a couple plants back here that I need to plant. Over here in this garden bed, kind of continue on with lamium, a couple ferns, trying to hide the wonderful electrical box. One of my foxgloves is starting to bloom, but this here is my butterfly, and the variegation on it this year is doing really great. Oh, bee is coming out of the foxglove. For me, this one has always done the best for having that consistent white cream variegation of all the different ones that I have. I know Ukigumo, talking to a lot of people, doesn't really get white very often here in the East Coast, especially here in the Mid-Atlantic. It gets a little bit too humid. Every now and then you might get something, but for me, butterfly is consistently white like this. So I would highly recommend a butterfly. It does green up a little bit more, as you can see, the ones that are kind of out in the sun a little bit more. And here's some of that new growth, definitely greens up. So like this side is definitely more green with cream, versus the shadier stuff is definitely more cream with a little bit of green. So there's what it kind of looks like. And then some years I get a really lot of pink on it, and you can kind of see the new growth. So this one too took a little bit of frost damage. You can see some of that damage there, but the new growth is coming over at the top. Got a little bit burned too, but that will easily, in the next couple weeks, whatever doesn't flush out, I'll prune off. But yeah, butterfly, for a lot of people, this one they say has some reversions on it. I've never had this one have any fully green branches. Mine are all, this one, I don't know if I just got a really good cutting or whoever grafted it. I got it from a local garden center. Whoever grafted it did a great job and got a really good scion wood for it. But yeah, I've never had any reversions or anything I've had to prune out of this one. My Shishigashia, which is kind of similar, I've definitely had to prune some reversions out of that one. But yeah, butterfly, yeah, it's looking great. So this is kind of what it looks like a little bit more in the summer. Still has that green, but right now in this spring, just really enjoying this cream color, especially here more on the shady side. So yep, butterfly. So this is kind of where it sits in my garden. Trying to block that electrical box. Got this is the purple foliage in the front is a stoby. It's like over the moon or something, moon, dark side of the moon, I think is what it's called, a stoby. So I think that with the yellow in the background is a good contrast. And this plant here, Sun King, gets huge, so it will definitely fill this spot and really block it. And then that's back there, it's supposed to be a little bit more purple, which is one of the reasons why I got it. And that's like a snake bark or snake something or other. And then the fall has like these really purpley flowers on it. But anyways, down here some more lamium, just kind of continuing on. Hosta, got the first couple of my clematis starting to climb up the trellis there. Another Florida Sunshine Elysium. Some more foxgloves. Purple Daydream Loropetalum, like that there with that purple against the yellow. And so kind of continue on the colors from the purple down there, kind of continue on down here. And then here's my big Mikawa. So this one here I just love the shape on it. This is all natural, haven't pruned any of it to kind of form these funky shapes. Just the leaves on it, you can see it's starting to push some of the new growth, but that lime green of the new growth with the really dark green of the old growth is just great. I love the tightly layered shingles of the Mikawa. And got some annuals. I'm going to fill up that space in front of it over here. So this here is my Bobo hydrangea, and in a little bit it will definitely be blooming. My butterfly bushes, and these ones are Puckster purple, I think is what they are. So they'll have a bright purple. And as you probably saw earlier, this is my Anne tulip magnolia. So it's past its the major blooms. It'll shoot off a few blooms every now and then throughout the rest of the year. Just for comparison, over here, this is my amazing, I think it's called blue spruce, all candling out right now. A knockout roses, I think it's called Sunny. Here's my spirea, I think it's candy corn. This thing comes out bright red, and then so you can kind of see it comes out like even in the spring this whole thing is bright red, then it kind of fades to the orange and then the yellow, and then it kind of greens up a little bit during the year, but it's about to shoot out this bright magenta flowers. So that against the yellow leaves so it's pretty neat. So this is a candy corn spirea, and then there's my blue spruce again. It's probably about 8 feet tall. I'm going to start candling it. I want to keep it this size. I was letting it fill out, but now it's the size I want it. So I'm going to start candling it over the next couple of years. Yep, blue. I really like this thing holds this blue year round, and one of the like true blue of the blue spruces. And kind of back there's my Mikawa. An azalea. I don't know the variety of that one. This here is my Winter's Gold. So this is, you can kind of see what the new growth looks like. And then it fades to this green and it stays green pretty much all year. It does have a pretty fall color, but this one is a yellow bark. Not as vivid as like Bihu, but it does turn yellow in the fall. I got this from Acer Acres, and it's the only one I've ever seen, so I'm not sure if it's one of their introductions or not. But yep, this is a beautiful leaf on it. Winter's Gold is what it's called, and like I said, here's kind of what the new growth looks like. Another azalea. This one got hit pretty hard by that. We had a late frost, so unfortunately, this thing is covered, but now we only have a few blooms on it. This is one of the Encore azaleas. I don't remember which variety, but it does bloom again in the fall, so hopefully this thing will be covered again in the fall. Yep, one of my Encore azaleas. Next to the front steps right here, this is my Shishigashia. I just love that tightly curling leaves. It comes out more of a light green, and then it fades to this dark Kelly green. If you can find one of these, it's definitely, I would definitely pick one up. The shape on it's very unique. The leaf on it's unique. Everything about it's unique. It's also usually the last one for me to turn fall color, so I'll hold the screen, and when almost everything else is done and drop their leaves, then it turns fall colors for me. But and it's like a bright yellow with like hints of red. So yep, Shishigashia, if you can find one. And they're not terribly hard to find. I think I actually found this one at a local garden center. It's definitely worth it. And then kind of on the other side of my steps is my Kunpil. And this one here, I just love the litter. If I can get the focus. Focus on the leaf. There we go. Just like the linear lobum of the Kunpil. It holds its red pretty well for me. Definitely not as thin as some of my other, these ones are hard to focus on, not as thin as some of my other linear lobums, but definitely a good one to have. Like I said, it holds this red pretty well for me throughout the season. So if you can find one, I highly recommend it. Got some pretty good shape on it. And then over here is my other Encore azalea. This one is, I think, is like Purple Majesty or Royal Majesty or something like that, I think is what this one's called. But yep, so this thought I would give a quick little tour of my garden right here, and the ones that are the maples that are kind of along the house. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.